Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike from TradeWinds RV Center here to congratulate you on your Intech Sol Dawn travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite and a couple of things to take into consideration when parking. Over on your campsite, one thing you need is your little awning. On your off campsite, I need you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Power is going to be just above your tire. Waters can be just above your tire, more toward the front. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, first thing we do is level our unit. Unit comes with a power tongue jack. Night docking light should you arrive at night. Simply retract to lower, extend to raise. Now should you lose power, you can get this up and down with your manual hand crank for your stabilizing jacks underneath this rubber stopper. That right there will get you up and down if you lose power. Once we got our unit level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. All four corners of the unit. Got these stabilizing jacks. Shorter in the front. I am going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. They'll protect your feet of your stabilizing jack, keep them from sinking into the ground or into blacktop. 3/4 inch hand crank here. Run this down in a matter of seconds. You're only going to want to run these down once our unit's level, just until you have some resistance on your hand crank. Remember, our unit's already level. All we're trying to do right now is stabilize it. Run those two down. Got two more right here in the back. Got our unit level and stable. Let's go ahead and hook up our power and water. Big long 30 amp cord plugs in here on the side. The way they go in now is they'll go in, twist to the right, and then once it's in, lock it on with your black washer. Now at the end of that 30 amp service, should you need to plug into a 110 somewhere, there's a 30 to 15 amp reducer that comes in your convenience pack. Got our power hooked up. Let's hook up our water. At campsites, we are going to hook up in our little docking station here to city water connection on the right. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. You don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites, so use this. Hook that up, hook up your hose, but don't turn on your hose yet. Over here to our left is our hot water heater. And all we're doing at this point, after your first trip, you'll be fine. We're just making sure our drain plug's back in there. Throw some plumber's tape around there, not putty. Plumber's putty will gum up on you. Throw some tape around there. That's an 1/8" socket. Get that in there nice and snug. Once that's in there tight, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. Now, if your hose been on for a little while, go ahead and go inside and open up all of your water taps. Get a nice steady flow of water going through them. Get all the air out of the lines. Then shut them off. Then you'll know that your hot water heater is full and you can turn this on from indoors. Now, should your hot water heater not be working, come out here to check to see if these are bubbled up. If they are, simply press them back in. They are reset. I'd say we're going to go camping. We're not going to hook up at a campsite. We're going to go dry camping, or boondocking as we like to call it. In that case, we're going to fill up our fresh water tank. No need for a water pressure regulator here. We are going to gravity fill with a hose. Two ways to tell it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here. Or two on the inside where you check the levels of your black Your black tank, there's also a freshwater tank button. Once that's full, and don't leave this unattended while you're filling it. Once it's full, put your cap back on. And then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked up to your city water. That's already pressurized. All right, we're all set with power and water. Let me walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit. Continuing on the off-camp side. This is a vent for your batteries that are stored indoors. This is your hot water heater again. Stabilizing jacks. Water docking station. To the right of that is a flue for your furnace. Two things: make sure it's never blocked, and two, if you are running your furnace, steer clear of it. It does get hot. These are both access to the back of your fridge. You are prepped for solar. You can plug in a solar panel right there, and that will trickle charge your batteries. Down below that is where you plug in your cable. To the left of your tire is where you'll store your sewage hose. To the right of your tire is where you'll dump your sewage. Your black tank dump. The spray port hose back here. Wash the unit off. Come back around to your campsite, get your entry doorway. The awning will run out here shortly. These are clips that the feet of the awning will set into. Got a couple of 110s. In your storage here, you've got a big cover for your front glass and a manual hand crank for your awning. Coming up front, move these cotter pins. Lay it down here for you. Brings you to your propane. It does have a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. Hefty loosey to open, and it turns green when you got gas. That about covers everything on the outside. So take a look on the inside. Alright, I'm gonna open up your awning here. You see you're slotted here. Your hand crank up. Crank it to the right. Out. Out. Inside here so you can see this. Coming to the end here, push that out. That releases this leg that you can then extend all the way to the ground. Not too far. You can extend these all the way down to the ground, or come back behind you here and bring these down and attach them. Get it turned first. There we go. And that'll hold your awning out. First process, put it back. Put it back in. Rather quickly. Alright, coming up inside the unit, first thing I always like to point out is fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of emergency. To our left as we come in, tons of lighting. So all of our main lights, kitchen lights, cabinet, dinette, front and porch lights are all in there. To the right of that is a little control center. There's your brand new battery. Fresh water, that's one I said to hold down when you're filling your potable water. There's your empty black tank. Here's where you turn on your water pump if you're using potable water. Here's where you turn on your tank heater. It's a little pad that's on your tank in case you think you're in inclement weather. It might freeze. Here's where you turn on your water heater if hooked to gas. Your water heater if hooked to electric. Does make a difference. In your whole kitchen area here up top, we'll start with your sound system. Turn that on. I don't know if I'll pick up much inside this metal building. Oh, there we go. But dual zone, so speaker A is indoors, B is outdoors. Actually, A is outdoors, B is in. Rock them both. Menu. So AM, FM, disc, Bluetooth, USB. Nice sound system. Down below that is your 110 with GFCI reset. Got a remote for our TV we'll get to in a moment. Let's go to our cooktop real quick. These are just turn the light, hit your spark, and there's your flame. Anything over here. If this top doesn't want to close, lift on it and lay it down. This will tell you where a lot of your parts are. Kitchen sink. Below your kitchen sink, a little plumbing to maintain. Just keep an eye on it. Continuing into our wet bath. We do have a hand crank open power exhaust in here. Lighting. Storage for all of our cosmetics. Self-explanatory microwave. Below that is your Dometic fridge that can go electric, gas, or 12 volt. And here's where you change your temperature. Down below that, breaker box and fuses. To the right of that, your heat release for your thermostat. I'll get that going here. Down below that is your 12 volt carbon monoxide propane injector. The reason I mention that's 12 volt, always running off your battery. So if you are out boondocking, dry camping somewhere, nothing plugged in charging your battery, use your battery disconnect to keep this from running your battery down while you're gone. AC up here. We'll get into that by coming right over here to my right. Quickly above here is a max air vent. Turn it on, opens up, turns on, 4 different speeds. Shut that off, it closes and shuts off. To the left our thermostat. Let's go ahead and crank the air up. To 55, the AC. There she goes. Quick dump on the ends, open that up, get a nice blast of cold air. Shut your AC off. Now you'll notice it'll shut off rather quickly. Now I'm going to go through and turn your furnace on. Oops, got to turn it on over here. Go to furnace, crank that heat up, let that kick on. Now you'll notice when I shut that off, this can take a couple minutes for that fan to cycle through. There it goes. Shut that off. Takes a couple minutes for that fan to cycle through before it actually shuts off over there. Alright, coming into your big dinette area. Up above for our storage and smoke alarm. We've already taken your table and set it up. I'm going to lift this table out of the way to show you how your bed sets up. There's an extra piece that stores up above. It has these pieces on both ends. See the extra? And it would actually just sit right down in here. It's not just a cushion. It is a hard back cushion that will actually store right up in here. Up in there for you. You see that stores nicely right up in there. Main lights and accent lights you can turn on from up here if you're sitting in here. Let's start over here on my left. Big storage area, that's your outdoor storage. Nothing on the rear. However, go to my other side here. I'm going to remove some cushions and show you where our batteries are. There's your battery. There is your hot water heater and your water pump, your freshwater tank, and all your bypass lines. So everything that you need for that is all accessible right underneath the front left of your dinette. Use both hands to put all this away real quick. Down in here. Put our table back up on there. And that about covers everything on the inside. Some more storage over here. 110 here. More storage. Go ahead and act like we're leaving and close the unit up. I will show you quickly your television working. So you can fire your TV. I'll show you a remote away with remote for your Jensen sound system, a dryer rack for your table, or for your sink, excuse me. Some paperwork. Alright, I like to start by shutting off all of my lights. Then I can walk through the unit and see if any accent lights need to be shut off. We'll go ahead and shut off everything in here. It says main, so these are going to be over here. All my lights are off. The fridge is running off the battery right now, but I'm going to shut that off. Secure all doors and drawers. And exit the unit. Before you leave the dump station, I say that in case you want to go inside and look at your black tank when you dump it, make sure you lock and deadbolt this door. Alright, at this point, we're going to bring up all of our stabilizing jacks. Alright, so before leaving the unit, open up the left side to our water lines. We're going to go ahead and dump our low point drains. Dump our fresh tank if we're out boondocking. Otherwise, hook up your hitch and head on up to the dump station. Park accordingly. Your dump is going to be right behind your tires. Got 10-foot hose. Go up there and hook that up and pull that black handle. It looks like it's a bit empty. Sounds like it's empty. Go open up your panel. Look inside. Make sure it is. When it is, go ahead and close that black handle. Take your sewage hose. Store it away right here in a nice sanitary place. If you're done camping for the year and you want to get rid of the water out of your hot water heater, start by pulling on your pressure release valve. Get all that hot water out of there first. Then you can pull this drain plug. Otherwise, hook up and head on home. Again, we got to thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy the Sol for many years to come. Happy camping.